Hey, folks, my next speaker is Filipino by birth, an architect by training, a gamer by heart, and a family man by commitment. Does a lot of public speaking and also humanitarian by choice. He studied architecture and is now building revastaff.com, real estate visuals that sell. OJ, you ready to take us to the top?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All
Thank
right.
you for
So
having me,
we
Nathan.
You are welcome. Yeah. So I had you on about a year and a half ago. You had about 20 customers charging $75 per month on average. And talk to me a little bit about the product back then. I don't know if it's the same as it was today, but tell me what you're working on now today. What's the product look like?
Well, the core product is still the same. We were still very much into real estate, but before we're servicing a lot of real estate photographers, but we pivoted and went and go after the real estate agents themselves. So because we were made aware that only 30% of real estate agents actually use photographers, and 70% of that uh, actually just shoot their own photos. And for your audience to know, we are actually doing post production work for a lot of these real estate visuals, from your photo editing, video editing, floor plans, 3D, CGI, things of that nature.
So
And
OJ, are you a marketplace today then, or are you a SaaS company?
well, a little bit of both. We're still serving photographers, but it's kind of pivoted to going after real a SaaS use case for these realtors, going after the realtors to spend in our platform, rather than going through a photographer and take shots of the properties and things like
So
that. So
OJ, just to be clear, real estate folks, realtors can pay Reva staff to do all of the photo editing and everything for their new unit themselves. You used to though connect them to a photographer and then relied on them to manage the photographer. Now you just do all the work internally yourself. Is that right?
yeah, that's right. We still do the real estate photographers, as I mentioned earlier. Only about 30% of realtors actually use professional photographers. So there's a big chunk of realtors that doesn't use professional real estate photographers. So they take their visuals through their phone photos and things like that. And so right now they would be able just to upload that directly to our platform, and we're building a SaaS model with that, starting with $20 a month, and using our platform
How
for
many realtors are paying $20 a month?
right now. Very few, because we still are
Like
doing.
how few? Under 10, under 5?
No, we have about 2,000 realtors that are paying us. Uh, it's not that consistent. Hence, we want them to subscribe to Play, because right now it's a pay per service. So they are in a pay as you go model, but we have 2,000 of them doing pay as you go. Some of them spend $100, some of them spend $10, right? And
So
hence,
2,000 of them though paid you last month at least $1.
last year, last year for 1 year, from 20 this year, there's about 2,000 of them who have gone through the platform and paid us something.
Oh, what's going on there, YouTube? Good to see you guys. Now imagine this. You love watching these interviews with SaaS founders, but imagine if we took all of the valuation data out from over 2,807 interviews I've done manually. Saves you a lot of time. Well, we've done this. We've built it into the beautiful interface inside of FounderPath. Check this out. I'll show you how you can access this in a second, but you log in, you connect your Stripe account, you see your valuation real time, you can see what it changed over the past 88 days, and even set goals for valuation this year. Now, the secret to valuation is there's many different ways to value a SaaS business. So the reason you're going to see 3 or 4 different valuations inside of your FounderPath dashboard, this is all free by the way, is because depending on who's doing the buying of your SaaS company, you're going to get a different valuation. A VC is going to pay a different valuation. Private equity firm is different. If you're going to do a minority sale, that's different. And if you sell the whole business, that's a different valuation. You can see all those when I hover over here. Right. So the teal is what a VC would pay, yellow is what private equity, and red is if you sold the whole thing outright. Now, what's cool about this is not built off random data. Again, you guys hear these interviews on YouTube. All these data are built from real-time valuation data points founders share with us on the show. So traction, 1.2 million, seed round, 3.7 raise. They sold 22% of their business. Go in here and filter by the event. Maybe you only want to see companies that have sold the whole business. Well, here are a bunch that have been acquired, the valuation and the multiple. Maybe you're going out right now and you're raising your seed round. Well, go in here and look at all this recent seed deals that went down, what they raised, what valuation they raised at, and what percent that they sold. There's never been a larger data set of SaaS valuations than what you can get now inside of FounderPath, and we're thrilled to bring it to you. All right, we're going to go back to the YouTube video here in a second, but if you want to check this tool out, if you want to jump in and sign up, you can check it out for free to get your valuation at this link, founderpath.com/products/valuations. Or if you go to founderpath.com and hover over products, click on get your valuation here and go ahead and sign up to give it a whirl. Again, all that valuation data live right inside the platform. I hope to see you there. All right, let's jump back into the interview. And how much do they pay you on average?
On average, they pay on recurring, because we have realtors that pay us like $100 a month. But
OJ,
yep.
We have to simplify this or we're going to lose the audience. I'm just trying to get a sense of how many customers are going to pay you something this year and what's going to be your total revenue this year.
All right. So for this year, we're going to hit about 300K of revenue. Again, I can't average out because it fluctuates, right? So
that's fine. So 300, just stick with 300,000 in revenue from how many customers? 2,000?
Yeah, around 2,000 customers.
Okay, and how many have already paid you to date? How many of the 2,000? What percent?
Everybody. Paid at least $5.
Okay, well then, just to repeat this back to you, I said how much are you going to do this year, and you said 300,000 in revenue from 2,000 customers. My then natural question was, well, there's still 2 months left in the year, so how many more customers are going to pay over the next 2 months? And you just said none. They've all already paid you.
Right. So we have about 2,000 customers that's already paying through the platform, or ordered through the platform rather.
How many are going to order over the next 2 months?
It's really hard to say because it's going to be winter, right? So a lot of them probably won't order in the next 2 months because it's going to be winter time. Yeah.
Got it. All right. I won't push that further. So $300,000 this year, and that's up from how much last year?
We did almost 200 last year.
Okay, so 180,000 last year, 300,000 this year. There's what I'm hearing you in your voice and sort of your body language is there's not a lot of predictability around this because they take photos 1 month and they don't take any the next month, right? So that makes it really hard for you to hire and build a business because there's no predictability or consistency, right? So how many full-time employees do you have today?
Full-time, we have about 5 employees full-time, and the freelancers that work for us would be about 30 freelancers.
Okay. And you mentioned, I think last time we spoke, you said you were raising a pre-seed round, but you hadn't closed it. Did you end up closing that last year?
Yeah, we actually just raised this year. And we raised our pre-seed this year.
How much did you raise?
300.
Okay. So 300,000 pre-seed. And was that on a note?
Yes, that's right. It's a convertible note.
Got it. So most pre-seed notes these days have a cap of like, 2 or 3 million today. Is that what your cap was?
That's right. Yeah, around that.
Okay. So 2 million cap. And why do you need the money? Why is this an expensive business to build?
Yeah. Basically, we will be building towards a SaaS model. And we have actually investors that are very interested in us helping to build a Web3 model, which is we have the capability with our 3D artists to do like metaverse stuff, right? So the environments and things like that. So they're looking into that as well. And there's a lot of a lot of side projects going on, and not just in real estate, and they're looking into other verticals as well. As long as it's about visualization, photos, videos, 3D CGI that our artists here in the other side of the world can do. That's something that we are actually looking forward to doing.
But how many of the 5 employees are engineers?
Just two engineers, and then 2 account managers handling sales and things like that.
And how many freelancers have like photograph editors have you used over the past year to do all the work of editing? OJ?
Hello.
Yep, OJ, we can hear you fine. OJ there? Guys, as OJ is reconnecting here, again, this is one of those models, a lot of predictability, but has 2,000 customers that have paid at least $1 this year, potentially built an opportunity here to build a SaaS company, but he's got to get more engineering resources. 2 engineers, not enough to build an MVP here. So let's see if we can ask him more questions about that if he reconnects. OJ, you there? All right, OJ, you good?
Yep.
All right. So my question was, I mean, obviously you're trying to pivot more into a SaaS model, but it's hard to do that with 2 engineers, and it's really hard to build software that can edit photos, right? I don't understand what the software opportunity is here.
Yeah. So basically, it's still very outsourcing related. So people that has jobs there in the US, they would usually outsource to us. Hence, the platform is a very basic ordering platform. Right.
Oh, got it. So it's not software to edit photos; it's software to manage contractors.
To get those 2,000 realtors. Exactly. Yes, that's right.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, and I cut you off. What were you saying?
Yeah. So the model right now is to convert the users that we have to use the platform as their centralized workflow management tool. That means that they would pay us $20 a month just for the privilege to use the software, whether to hire editors or even use the software as a media storage. So instead of paying all these storage, they would just be able to store all their media files in our platform, and then as an add-on, they can actually outsource that to the network of artists that we have. So that's going to be the play moving forward. Hence, it would be more predictable, and that's our pitch to our investors. That's what we're going to be working on in building that model.
Understood. How much capital are you burning per month right now?
Not so much. Probably about 20K a month.
Okay. Does that make you nervous? You've only raised 200K, which means you have 10 months of runway, 11 months of runway.
Yeah, well, we are actually also revenue generating. So the 20K burn is actually just building up that platform and
Sorry, when I say burn, I mean net burn, not all your expenses. How much is your bank going down every month?
Well, it's not really going down because we're actually generating revenue.
Okay, there's plenty of companies that generate revenue but are not profitable, so their bank goes down, right? Mm-hmm. So what do you mean what do you mean? I'm asking you, are you profitable or not? Not if you're generating revenue.
No. We're at zero. We're at zero. So every month we're not burning, and also we're not profitable.
Okay, got it. So do your pre-seed investors that just give you 300K say, OJ, spend faster. We just gave you this money. You're not investing it.
That's right. So they're actually investing so that we would be able to build that platform, that SaaS model.
OJ, you just said you're break even, which means the 300K you just got on the pre-seed round is now sitting in your bank doing nothing. How are you not getting pressure from those investors saying, OJ, burn money, invest the 300K we just gave you?
Yeah, that's right. That's why we just recently raised. That's why we haven't burned anything yet.
So the 300K is still in the bank.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, we're rooting for you. We hope you use it to grow. In the meantime, though, let's wrap up with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Still E-Myth.
All right. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Michael Saylor right now.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building RebaStaff?
Recently HubSpot has been very helpful.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
8 hours.
All right. And situation, married, single, kids,
Married, 2 kids.
and 36 today.
Yes, that's right.
All right. Last question. Something you wish you knew when you were 20.
Ah, just I wish I would have quit school sooner.
Guys, Revestaple launched in 2018. They're helping real estate agents get their photos edited faster, quicker, and more efficiently. Over 2,000 agents have paid them at least $1 over the past year. They'll do 300,000 in revenue this year, up from 200,000 last year. Just close to 300,000 seed round at a 2 million cap. All the money's still in the bank as OJ decides where to reinvest it. Team of 5 today, going to double down on software moving forward. OJ, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thanks, Nathan. Appreciate it.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers. They try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.